You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the Polygon. At Weather Call, we make the Polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
This is the afternoon weather update. This is for Monday, the 6th of May. Needless to say, weather a hot topic around the nation today with a high risk across parts of the southern plain states. We'll talk about that, what's to come in Alabama's weather, many questions, and let's see if we can provide some answers. Let's begin with the radar. And we're live here at 2:55, and it's pretty quiet this afternoon. We've seen a couple of very small, isolated showers across Alabama, but really not that many. The bulk of the bigger storms are across parts of Middle Tennessee. In fact, we note a few severe thunderstorm warning polygons in effect there, one east of Nashville, one southwest of Nashville, one north of Chattanooga. And some of those storms could drift down into North Alabama later this evening or tonight, so keep that in mind. But again, as things are right now, things are pretty quiet. Let's quickly go out to the Oklahoma City situation. We'll take a look at the radar there, and at the moment it's quiet. Storms are beginning to form back along the dry line through parts of southwestern Kansas and west Oklahoma. And of course, the great interest here is watching what happens in Oklahoma for the next 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, as severe storms are expected with potential for a few violent long-track tornadoes. The reason for that, a negative tilt, very dynamic trough coming out of the Rockies. And when you see that sharp negative tilt like that, that's typically trouble this time of the year with very strong wind fields, both at the surface and aloft. But around here, again, pretty calm. That's the visible satellite view. Got a field of cumulus clouds across the state. And so far, those have been fairly flat. Here's the radar composite at mid-afternoon. And again, you can see just not much across Alabama. Got those heavier storms up in parts of Tennessee, and we could see some showers forming over the next several hours, and some of the storms in Tennessee might make it down to the Tennessee Valley. But overall, a fairly quiet day and a warm day. Most spots are in the 80s. Birmingham at 83, Huntsville 82, Dothan 88, our warm spot. And I think a good chance many places will see 90 by Wednesday. Wednesday looks like the hottest day so far this year. So off to the west, flash flood watches for parts of Oklahoma, and they are now under a PDS tornado watch. PDS is a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado watches cover parts of Kansas and Nebraska as well. A severe thunderstorm watch for parts of South Dakota. Wind issues for parts of the northern plain states and the northern Rockies. So this is the latest convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. And of course, the focus, it is on that high risk, level 5 out of 5. And you typically see these maybe a few times a year, and that's it. And that bullseye is over central Oklahoma and southern Kansas. This is the actual tornado probabilistic outlook. In fact, I'll take my box off, and you can see in that high risk, the chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a given point is in the 30 to 44% range. And that is very high because tornadoes are very small. And like my friends out there have been saying during the course of the day today, a lot of people will see no storms at all. But where the storms do form, they could be violent with a chance of long-track tornadoes. So needless to say, our friends there will have to keep a close watch through tonight. Now here, the SPC has introduced a low-end marginal risk of severe storms through tonight for the northern third of the state. This is for areas north of Birmingham. And that's for the possibility of a few storms with small hail, gusty winds, kind of like the ones we saw yesterday. And certainly it's not going to rain everywhere. So this is tomorrow. There's a small enhanced risk over parts of Ohio and Indiana. The broader risk running from the Gulf Coast states up to the Great Lakes. In Alabama tomorrow, again, there's a level 1 out of level 5 marginal risk of severe storms. As far south as Thomasville, Grove Hill, Prattville, and Heflin, areas in darker green on that map. And again, like today, where storms form, they could produce some hail, strong gusty winds. Not really a major threat, and a decent chance much of the day tomorrow, like today, will be dry. It's just that where storms do form, they could be strong. And then day 3, this is Wednesday and Wednesday night, a risk of severe storms from Texas up into the Ohio Valley and over to the Atlantic coast. And again, keep in mind this outlook extends through 7 a.m. Thursday, so this includes late Wednesday night. And in Alabama, we have a level 2 out of 5 risk down to Birmingham, a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk down to near Demopolis, Clanton, and Roanoke. And the main concern coming from hail and strong straight-line winds, the better tornado probabilities Wednesday and Wednesday night, north and west of the state, and the enhanced risk you see in the orange on that map, and much more on this in modeling in a second. And then after 7 a.m. Thursday, during the day Thursday, risks defined east and west of Alabama. And I would imagine SPC will probably introduce a marginal risk here, but again, the atmosphere could be really worked over by storms Wednesday night. So at the moment, the severe weather threat on Thursday not looking especially high. Here's the rain for the next 7 days. The bulk of this will be between now and Thursday night. Rain amounts for most of the state between 1 and 2 inches. Lighter amounts down across the far southern counties of the state and the Florida Panhandle. So, model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. And the negative tilt trough rotating up into Canada, and just a big upper low is left where the Dakotas and Montana come together. And a surface low is near Chicago with a trailing front down to Little Rock and near Dallas-Fort Worth. And storms could form, there's no doubt about that. We'll take a look at the high-resolution HRRR model. This is valid tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. And I think tomorrow's going to be a lot like yesterday. We'll see scattered storms about. Where they do form, they could be strong with a chance of some hail and strong gusty winds. Not a major severe weather threat, but again, much like the storms we saw yesterday. Otherwise, partly sunny, highs mid to upper 80s tomorrow. So this is Wednesday. A surface low is east of St. Louis. And again, it's going to be a really hot day. A good chance we're going to see 90 in most places. Should be the hottest day so far this year. And with that comes these high instability values. This is the surface-based CAPE coming off the 3-kilometer NAM. This is valid Wednesday afternoon at 5 o'clock. And you can see that in some cases, the instability ramps up to over 3,000 joules per kilogram, a very unstable air mass. Now, again, we see numbers like this almost every day in July and August, but we don't have any dynamic forcing. So if you combine a little dynamic forcing with these instability values, you can wind up with a few strong to severe storms. So where the storms do form Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, they could be very strong, possibly severe. And again, the main threat coming from strong straight-line winds and hail. We think the better tornado possibilities at this point are north and west of Alabama, Wednesday and Wednesday night. But as always, we'll keep a close eye on things. So again, Thursday, we'll maintain the chance of showers and thunderstorms with a cold front pushing through. Highs will be in the 80s, and if the air is worked over by big storms Wednesday night, the threat of severe storms relatively low. Could there be a strong storm? Sure. But again, for now, SPC has not put any part of the state in an outlook. And then Friday, a nice surge of cooler, drier air pushes into the northern half of the state. Highs drop in the 70s, the sky becoming partly to mostly sunny. Showers on Friday should be confined to the southern quarter of the state. Mobile over to Dothan and the Florida Panhandle. Even there, not raining all day. So this is Saturday, and this is going to be an amazingly nice day to start the weekend. Some of the colder pockets will be in the 40s over North Alabama. How about that? The high will be in the 70s, the humidity values low. A glorious, amazingly comfortable May day here. And then on Sunday, again, the GFS is trending toward the European. The European is dry, and the GFS is backing off on this idea of rain on Sunday, and we're going to leave the forecast dry Sunday. And a week from today, this is Monday, May 13th. Little trough off to the east, and again, you see some green splotches on here, but I think in future runs, you'll see those coming out of here. So for the moment, we're going to leave the forecast dry Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with a slow warming trend. Let's go out 10 days. This is Thursday, May 16th. A little trough in through here, and if that's right, there could be a few scattered showers and thunderstorms about, but understand confidence is not especially high out to 10 days because the GFS is struggling out to 7 days at this point. Rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. The mean about 3 inches between now and the 21st of May. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. 87 tomorrow, 90 on Wednesday. That's when the air gets very unstable. But look at the 70s in here. Friday, Saturday, even Monday of next week, upper 70s. For Saturday morning, the NBM showing 52 for Birmingham, but many spots will likely be in the 40s. And a very good chance this will be the last time we'll see 40s until October. And then highs mostly in the low and mid 80s for next week. And hot off the presses, got the brand new 8 to 14 day guidance. This is for May 14th through May 20th. Temperatures here very close to average. So once again, we'll check the radar. And again, we're kind of focusing on our friends out in Oklahoma. We're watching storms forming on the dry line in West Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. And storms will likely begin to form out there across the central counties of Oklahoma over the next 3 or 4 hours. And the risk will continue into tonight. And some places will see no storm at all out there. But where they do form, they could clearly pack a big punch. And while we've got the radar up, we'll take a look at the situation here. And again, just not much. We note a couple of showers over Choctaw, Sumter counties in West Alabama. Looks like a small shower in Butler County, one near Heflin and Cleburne County, but very, very isolated. But again, those heavier storms in Tennessee might be drifting down in here later this evening. We'll keep a close eye on that. Hey, let's roll some Children's of Alabama Kid Cam video. Stop number 1, Clay Elementary School. 3rd, 4th, 5th graders in the gym. Oh, yes. Love it. I can't believe school's almost out. Look at here now. I love those Clay Chalkville Cougars. Come on, what a great cake that is. Actually, 4 separate cakes, but just a great, great time today. Those kids were great listeners, great learners. Really, really enjoyed the visit to Clay. And then stop number 2, Helena Elementary School in Shelby County. Those are the kindergarten students, and I say they are ready for first grade. I mean, they were just great today. They can soak up the science at that age. And look at this cake. That's the kind of cake you don't even want to touch. It's just a piece of art right there. And something about that shirt just speaks to me right there. That's a good-looking shirt, I'm just saying. But love those teachers and students at Helena. Just every year in May, have a chance to see them before they get out. And they were just great today. So again, to all of those students at Helena Elementary School and Clay Elementary School, thanks a lot for a great visit earlier today. Tomorrow, going to be going down to the Wiregrass, Dothan, the Houston County Career Academy, for a program there that'll be a lot of fun. Wednesday, Pleasant Valley School, that's over in Calhoun County near Jacksonville. Thursday, Mount Olive Elementary School up in North Jefferson County. And then Friday, Hayden Primary School in Blount County. Looking forward to that. And again, not totally sure about a book event on Saturday. I'll get the word from the publisher this evening about that. Don't forget Weather Brains tonight, the weekly show for weather dweebs, geeks, nerds, dorks, and weenies. 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, youtube.com/weatherbrains. Obviously, a lot to talk about with the ongoing weather, but we're going to look at the false alarm problem tonight. It's going to be a very interesting show. Kevin Laws, the Science Operations Officer here at the National Weather Service in Birmingham, will be a guest, along with some others. A very interesting discussion, one that's close to my heart. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, right across the hall in Studio A, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday evening, and God bless.